The third short film I watched, which was also titled Homeless, so will therefore be known as Homeless 3, was all in Spanish, so there were subtitles on the YouTube video, which I think are on the YouTube video anyway, but which didn't help particularly conveying the message, but I kind of got the gist of it. The first thing I really disliked about this short film was the horrendous mise-en-scène. Unlike Homeless number 1 and number 2, well obviously number 2 was a real homeless person, but especially number 1 where they recreated, obviously used an actor to play this homeless part. Like the guy in Homeless number 3 had like really like clean, fresh skin, like lovely hands, like dainty paws. He had like brand names on, like a nice little beanie on, really like clean clothes, like ear piercing, just things like he'd look like a young boy out on a night out, as opposed to a homeless person, to be quite honest. The actor himself was quite good though, because there was a lot of speaking. Obviously I could only read and not actually verbally understand what he was saying, but from what I could hear he was very, very good, very dramatic. Some bits of it were a bit over dramatised, like when he picks up his bottle of what we assume to be alcohol and throws it and smashes it against a brick wall, and there's like a slow motion of all the glass like coming. That's not really what we're going for. I don't think it was that effective, that shot, but I don't know. The voiceover of it was good. He's got quite a kind of a powerful, emotive, deep voice. The attempt to kind of create emotion. Obviously, I couldn't get the full effect of it, not being able to speak Spanish, and obviously having to read everything he was saying. But I think I did feel sorry for him, even though I was kind of thinking, this man isn't really homeless. What's the point? They also used a dog quite a lot, like, you know, the stereotypical homeless person owning a dog as their only source of companionship. They did use a dog, but that wasn't really spoken about. It was more kind of, the dog kind of randomly appeared and the man was holding it and like kind of nuzzling into it in a kind of a soppy kind of upset way. And there was quite a few close-ups of the dog, like looking sad at the camera, which obviously uses a tool to kind of draw emotion from the audience. Obviously, being like sceptical, I was like, this is rubbish, but I think honestly it is quite good kind of technique to use, because the dog did look sad. The titles and like the credits at the end last a very long time, so the film isn't actually 3 minutes long, it's only like a minute and a half. So no real kind of deep, meaningful message was conveyed. I think it was all very like on the surface, like, oh, we feel sorry for this homeless person, as opposed to any kind of real, kind of deep, meaningful concept explored, which is what Izzy and I want to kind of explore, kind of open people's minds a little bit, get people thinking. This was just more of a, oh, we feel sorry for this man, as opposed to, oh, like, but this matter, how will he, I don't know, it's more like a kind of deep, powerful message being conveyed in this minute and a half, but obviously they might not have been trying to achieve that, who knows. But obviously Izzy and I want to achieve something deeper, so we won't be using this one for much inspiration, I'm afraid. It was my least favourite of the three by far. The music was good though. It was quite, again, it went with the kind of slow pace of the editing, like melancholy, sad, like very dreary and dull. Apart from the bizarre orchestral English chanting halfway through, that threw me a little bit. Didn't make sense in the kind of very Spanish setting. Not the Spanish video, the man was speaking Spanish. There was some British chanting, very orchestral type music in the middle, which didn't make any sense to me, maybe because I didn't understand what he was saying. But apart from that, it was alright. Not something me and Izzy are going to be too interested in looking at, kind of in depth and actually drawing inspiration from. There were no shots that really grabbed my attention, like, oh, that's fantastic. They used a lot of close-ups of the man and his very nice, clean skin, which obviously detracted from the real rawness of it all. So overall, not my favourite.